Now, today's date, this is Clyde Donnell Lynch, All Rights Reserved. Today's date, 7:37 p.m., 9 September the 10th, 2011. The time is 7:37 p.m. Darlene been over here for a while. She's down. Mama said she down at Miss Partlow's. She said she wanted to talk to her. Again, an elder don't know what to do. They son is a police officer. They relatives is a sheriff. And basically, a sheriff officer is over the whole state, not the state police. The state police is on the highways and unions, and they assist law enforcement. The sheriff office works directly with the court system, so they carry out the orders of the court. So that means that they are above all law enforcement, the sheriff's department. And I told their son that this ain't the right time. He wanting to be a police officer. Now he's going to find out the hard way what I was saying. It's best to be in reserve. I'm going to try to make detective. I'm going to try to make detective real quick. I'm like, okay, follow your dream. You know, I want to be law enforcement too. State police, I thought they was above everybody. But I found out differently. Commercially, they are, but logistically, the sheriff department is over all law enforcement, even the U.S. Marshal. They get their orders from the sheriff department, from the courts. The courts give the paperwork to the sheriff department. And the sheriff department, what they do? Carry the person to the bus, hand the person off to the U.S. Marshal, and they extradite you. What the sheriff department do? Works with the court system. Sheriff department hand off criminals, hand off paperwork to the state police. Local police give their prisoners to the court system. What? The sheriff's system. The sheriffs. What the sheriffs do? Pass them along to everybody else. So the sheriff department work hand in hand with the court system. So the sheriff's working on the behalf of the court system, which is the federal government in your local districts. So tell me who's the fool? FBI don't have more power than the sheriff department. They get their paperwork what? They might get bypassed by the local. The local police have jurisdiction, the ability to pass everybody, pass up the county, pass up the state police, and give it to the FBI. And if FBI take it and resource it, pass it out to whoever it needs to be passed out to, then they take care of their own situation. So all this, the U.S. Marshal, the CIA, is totally different level. They do their own thing. Central Intelligence of America, the United States, the Republic. The sheriff is the almighty ruler in the judicial system. They handle the business of the federal courts. You could say federal government, the governmental administrative agencies were created on the behalf of the federal government. So basically, the governmental, your local courts, county courts, state courts are part of the federal government that was created to do the business of the government for the federal government. But so you say the FBI? Think about it real good. Who at the court, all the courthouses, you see the sheriff, deputy sheriff, you see the sheriff. They working with the federal government. So to tell me who is federal agents, but they have a title name of county sheriffs, but they working for the federal government at a governmental administrative agency level. But basically you could say the county sheriff is the federal government. Technically, I'm thinking that the sheriff department is above the federal government. Because they tell the federal government, here go the paperwork. Go run, boy. Through the court systems in local, state, county, districts. I might be exaggerating, but hey, what is Miss Partlow 12621, I believe, Abington? I emailed some paperwork to their little church. Their family was all down here fraternizing with people in the neighborhood talking about this since '08 that I've seen 2008 walking up and down the street, or while he was in police academy. If they would have came and talked to me, it would have been over with. They have a relative that's in the sheriff department. Dope man. We could have covered all angles. But they still, if it got to do with money, she down with it. That's the bottom line. And I believe she gave us a curse. That piano, I believe the piano was cursed. So if Darlene come back here talking shit, all I'm gonna tell her, call the fucking police. Don't say shit to me. Do whatever you got to do, and I'll go do what I gotta do on forward. And they knew about Ray Shine from the get-go. Everybody on the block, but they participated in it. Everybody knew about the little club that Keandra took them to a couple of years ago that I wrote in my paper. And the guy that sounded like Walt voice. Oh, we put it in there, we put some in her drink, we got her at the club. The whole neighborhood was there at the club 2 times. And she didn't have no money to do nothing. Candace said, you come with me, I got you, it's on me. So if I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm tired of smelling these spiritual smells that I smelled as a little boy, 2, 3 years old, 4 years old, out of town, at my house. Now smelling them again because the stupid broad next door messing with the Ouija board, and somebody told her to do something so she could be a pawn, be the fall person, so they can use her house to do their evil bidding to cover up the wrongdoing of Bridgewater in the union, not reporting a crime as the authority figure, as management that I signed a contract with in the union for not doing what they're supposed to do to protect me against the company wrongdoings, but they gonna say they can't do nothing against a union brothers and sisters. That's a fraudulent, unvalid contract because you're a citizen first. You're supposed to protect yourself as a citizen and as an authority figure that I have a signed contract with. So you tell me who's the fool, try to protect themselves and the brown noser, the original instigator and the original family member and the guilty person involved in all this, that they would have took care of their obligation to generous and honorable behavior, took care of the situation in the first place, nothing would be going on worse than it is. Then it would have happened if they would have nipped it in the bud when they first knew the information instead of all jealousy and envy against me, the big man. Management didn't like me because I used to tell union reps, hey, man, you need to tell them stop saying we family. This not no family. I see you got different categories of people, brown noser, people you don't mess with, family members. You got your aunties, uncle, cousin, brothers, sisters all working up in here. And supervisors don't do what they're supposed to do. In my situation, I had the most seniority. I supposed to have been trained. They never trained me correctly. I didn't get my in the union, so-called represented me and got me my position. But look how long it took for them to do that. I signed my name on a piece of paper. I had the highest seniority. I get the job. I get the title. But they never gave it to me. They gave it to somebody had lower seniority, but the supervisor worked with him in McKesson and Mount Clemens, and that's his friend because he helped him out because he was a slow-working person, couldn't keep up with the line. And the Caucasoids that owned the company made him a supervisor. Instead of making our Caucasoid look bad in front of the other people, they made him a supervisor, so he won't be looking bad in the eyes of the company and the other race people there. So he comes to my plant as a supervisor, made supervisor. Now he want to hook up his man that helped him out, because that's the story that I heard from other people about the supervisor couldn't keep up with the line, and that person helped him keep up with the line. So he want to repay the favor by taking me out as high seniority and hook his boy up. Oh yeah, I heard him talk to the head person, Eric. Hey, the one of the plant manager. Hey, this is a good guy. I want to make him supervisor and all this. Now I want to train him, let him know everything. And I heard it. They talking right behind me, and I heard that conversation. And that's why they put him over me. I had the highest seniority. I supposed to be running that shift. I supposed to be the top dog. There was some other high seniority people there, but on my line, I was high seniority that wanted to advance. that wanted to learn. That's all I got to say.
So now this is a 2014 version. The time of day is 3:36 a.m. December the 22nd, 2014. Now this is a new insert that's going to be on the end, and I may not let nobody know unless they just listen to it all again. But this is an insert. Now in October of 2014, I'm walking down the street. Miss Parler walking down the street, going down to the school, get her grandkids. She gonna say, "Hi, Danielle." I kept on walking like, I know she ain't saying nothing to me. After she played me, when I went down there, gave her the paperwork to let them know about them. I know about them poltergeist people, demon people down the street that y'all dealing with, hanging with, cooperating, participating, assisting in unholy, unconstitutional acts and behaviors. You walking down the street, cross Schoolcraft to the ghost house over there, the Middle Eastern people. I know about all that stuff. Since in elementary school, little kid. You gonna have the nerve to say something to me, "Hi, Danielle." I ain't soft like that. I kept them moving 3 times that day. "Hi, Danielle. Hi, Danielle." Man, are you for real? After you came back to the house, handed my paper to my mama, it was saying, "Yeah, I know how it is." "Oh, I'm so sorry, my mama." Y'all taking advantage of an adult? You taking advantage of a minor? Not telling my family nothing what's going on? Then you gonna come down here and hand my paper back to my mama? I handed you the paper. You gonna give it to my mama? Gonna talk? Say, "Yeah, I know how it is." To my, "Oh, I know he has a mental issue and all this and that." That y'all whole ass niggas on the block set that shit up. Now you want to say hello? Man, get a life and walk your crippled walking cane ass across Schoolcraft to them satanic, cockazoid, jigaboo, sambo Negroes. And I'm going to say this the last time, and I'm not going to say it no more. I am 6.2. La Coup, all round brown cow. My baptismal name is Clyde Darnell Lynch, all rights reserved without prejudice. I am Prince Clyde Darnell Lynch. Equality and fairness by contract is paramount, mandatory by law. Amen. And one more thing I'm going to say is 2 more princes. I don't know if they human beings or what. It's 2 more princes